All right, and I think we're live again. Hey, we are. So, next game coming up. We have not Argentina, New Zealand versus Samoa, and this is actually the game I was most excited for. Although the next one is also gonna be great. So Samoa, Opatai, Lima, Afasua, Matavao, Lea Tufia, Scanlon, and Alofipo. And then we've got Currie, Mickelson, Molia, Roccoli, Lesoa, McGarvey, Black, Carter, and Vi for New Zealand. This is going to be a absolute barnstormer of a game. I reckon this is going to be a humdinger of a game. I think New Zealand will probably win. Welcome if you're joining now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do chuck in the chat who you think's going to win this one. This is a big match, a bit of a heavyweight match, and also put score predictions, whatever you really want in the chat. Let's have a chat in the chat. They go perfect kickoff there from Samoa, although New Zealand do manage to claim it and they offload it out the back. Although it's really sloppy here. Oh, if he got bootable. I tell you what, Samoa have claimed it on the 22. And an early attack here from Samoa. And then there is a penalty for not rolling away. They take the ball quickly. Samoa using this blind side. Then they're going to come back to the left. Cut back in field. Can't get the offload away, but he does manage to get up and go again. Samoa using the left-hand side. Using the space. Cut back in field. Oh, there's a knock-on in the tackle. And it'll be the first scrum of the game. 45 seconds in. And I tell you what, I really like this Samoan kit. It's a nice color. It's a nice blue. Really nice blue. It's like electric blue. So it'll be a scrum to New Zealand. New Zealand sitting in 4th place on the log. And Samoa sitting on 7th. So New Zealand certainly would hope to be higher than they are. Well, so would Samoa, I guess. So the ball is turned over in the scrum. Brilliant work there. They go to the blind. They've beaten 1 tackle. They've beaten 2. Oh, and I think he's lost it forwards over the line. But what a turnover at the scrum and what a break from the man. He broke 2 tackles. Brilliant turnover against the tight head there. Oh, beats 1 on a step, beats another on a handoff, and he just can't get the ball down. What's going on here? I think it's a scrum. It should be a scrum to New Zealand. New Zealand's sitting on 28 points, so they're only 2 points behind Fiji and South Africa in 2nd and 3rd. But Samoa down on 11, 15 points behind Australia, who are in 6th. Oh, and Ireland, they're joint as well. And so it'll be a 5-meter scrum, feed for New Zealand. They will want to actually, they make sure they get this one. They're using width and forward power to get out of, they're back up to the 5. Rocky Lesoa picks up, and he's got caught here. Almost turned over, but then he had too many bites at it. It's a bit of friendly argy-bargy there in the and it's Matavao who's just making a nuisance of himself. New Zealand will clear for touch here. Just get some territory, get out of their own 22, and although they haven't, they're still just inside the 22. Tell you what, these Sevens players don't seem to be able to kick for touch very well. Oh, fuck. So New Zealand will have the throw-in just inside their own 22. Obviously, they'll look to play out. They go to the back. And the throw is not straight. And that, honestly, I'd argue that was less skew than the one in the Argentina game. So don't know about that. But still, I mean, it wasn't straight, but the other one was far worse. So not straight from New Zealand. It'll be an attacking scrum to Samoa. Yeah, definitely not straight. Three minutes in. Oh, sorry, 3 minutes left of the first half, and we're still on 0-0. Almost a bit surprising, especially with these two sides. We should be 7-0 up. Samoa should be 7-0 up, but just some loss of handling here. So Samoa do feed the scrum finally, and the ball comes at the back. They're looking to play wide. Alofipo brought down on the 22. Mataval. Scanlon. Oh, this is good from Samoa. They're playing hard. Oh, the ball's popped out. And New Zealand have got it. They're going to spread it now. They do have a man overlap here. They've just got to use the width. Cody Vai can't get around. He's managed to stay in, though, really well. Mataval's come around, and I think he's got it. He's legally got it. It's come out the back. Now Samoa will go into a counter-attack. It's not a great pass, just because it's a bit of a loopy one. New Zealand get their hands in. They slap it back, and then there's a penalty. So New Zealand will now go. And, God, this game is a bit breathless now. New Zealand looking for a hole. Happy to take the ball backwards a little bit. There's a step. Good tackle on that stepping player. Mickelson goes left. Quick hands to Vai. Vai's going to take on his man. Hitch kick, but it's a good tackle. And then there's a turnover by Mataval, I think. And it's another turnover of possession and a penalty. And God, this game is crazy at the moment. Clearly, these kind of games show that you don't need tries to be scored just to have a maniac type game. Potentially, it should have been a penalty the other way, but the referee's not seen it that way. So it's Leitufia to feed the scrum. Sorry, that's going to happen a lot. Me trying to figure out names as we go. Leitufia. Okay, so the ball does come back on the Samoan side. And then there's a penalty for tackling the scrum half before the ball was out. The referee is moving the All Blacks back 10 meters for back chat. And Mataval will take it quickly. Looking to move it left here. Samoa using the full length of the field here, or rather width. This is really good hands from Samoa. They're just looking to wear down this Kiwi side. Mickelson looking for the turnover. Ball does come back out. He almost got it there, Mickelson. Scanlon. Feeds Mataval. Mataval swings it left. Still no points. We could go into the half-time 0-0. Oh, and Samoa have made a oh, there might be a card there. That looked like a head-on-head tackle. Counter-ruck, but there's a penalty. Or rather, the referees. No, he was going to allow advantage, but the ball was bouncing all over the place. So Samoa have the penalty, and what will they do here? Go for the what's the choice? Scrum down. They're going to go for a scrum, and that's the last 6 penalties have been the last 3 penalties have all gone against New Zealand. So they'll want to stem the flow of those penalties being given away, but that's all come from pressure. All come from loose play and pressure. So there will be a scrum. 1 minute into overtime of the first half. Samoa get the ball back. Scanlon Mataval feeds Scanlon. Scanlon gets back to Mataval. Mataval feeds his big winger. Filofipo. Vai tackles him. He has to release him, though. Scanlon. They decide to cut back in field. Not sure that was the right choice there. He's dipped under one tackle, picks up the ball again and goes. Makes another meter. Scanlon. Letafia. Good long ball there, although there's a great tackle midfield just to wrap up more man and ball. Oh, the ball's come out. Filifipo. Scanlon. Matavao. Matavao with an offload to Scanlon, who knocks it on. New Zealand got it back through Mickelson. Vi. Oh, and he sits down a Samoan player. He gets the offload off the top. Another offload straight back over. New Zealand playing some champagne rugby here. Another offload. Roccolacia gets another offload. And then they step left and they go through. And it takes 9.5 minutes to score the first points of the game. 9.5 minutes to score the first points of the game. And it's Leroy Carter who eventually gets it. But what a first half. Okay, good. And it was, Scanlon was sat down by Vi. Bloody hell, Scanlon was hit hard there. Roccolacia did really well there. And then Leroy just stepping back inside. And 9.5 minutes into the first half, they finally, there's a score. So 7 points to 0 at half time. New Zealand leads Samoa. And what a first half that was. And this is exactly why I was excited for this game. Second half, they must be bloody shattered after that first half. And that's, 9 minutes. Shows how intense this sport can be. Okay, let's look. So, visits to the 22. New Zealand, 1. Tries, 1. Tries for Samoa, 0. Visits to the 22, 4. Carries, 18 for Samoa, 10 for New Zealand. Passes completed, 35 for Samoa, 14 for New Zealand. Errors, 3 Samoa, 1 New Zealand. Offloads, 4 Samoa, 5 New Zealand. And what a wild first half that was. Okay, tackles, 13 to New Zealand, 1 missed. 5 to Samoa, 1 missed. 0 line breaks for both sides. Turnovers conceded, 3 for Samoa, 2 for New Zealand. 1 restart for Samoa, and yeah, everything else is 0 because we've only had 1. I wouldn't say that's a restart, though. They didn't restart the game. I would say that was just the kickoff. But what a first half. All right, second half about to get underway. Do not, if you can, find a place to watch this. Obviously, keep listening to the fabulous commentary. But I feel like I'm losing my voice. I got so excited in that first half. But do find a way to watch this game because it's so if you do need to stream it, you can actually watch it on Rugby Pass TV, and it's free. Like it's a free stream, so do go and watch it on there if you can. And then straight after this, another belter of a match: Fiji versus France in just over 8 minutes. So do not miss these 2 games. Trust me, you want to watch these. It's a brilliant rugby being played. So it'll be New Zealand to get us underway. This is a restart. But I feel like this game, to start the game, it's not a restart. But anyway. So they go fairly low, almost to the 22. Samoa do have it. There's knock on, yeah. There's definitely a knock on in that ruck from a Samoan hand. So it'll be a scrum down to New Zealand. What I hope doesn't happen now is that Samoa fall off because they're tired. That first half was draining. Just having a chat with Dylan Collier about the game so far. He looks like he's potentially injured. 53 sevens tournaments, 69 tries. Not bad. Not bad strike rate. So New Zealand will have to put into the scrum. Samoa definitely want to try and get another win of this scrum. I don't think they will pull that trick again. Roccolacia at the back. They cut back in field. Oh, it's a clean break here from the try scorer. Could he go all the way? He feeds in field and Mickelson will go over in the corner. And what a brilliant setup and assist from the previous try scorer, set up Mickelson. His second try in Perth, second try of the year, and countless tries in his career. And it was a brilliant switch there by the first try scorer. And that's just, yeah, I'm worried that now Samoa might fall off. The conversion is, very close, but not over. So 12 points to 0, and that's a very good start to this second half from Samoa. Really, really good start to the second half. So they kick off. Mickelson with a very hard chase on this and smashes the Samoan player who gathers it. Samoa looking to use the width now. Nope, they're not actually. They cut back in field through one of their replacements, who I don't know who it is. Leatua. Scanlon taking on Carter, the first try scorer, and the assist for the second. Might open up here for Samoa. Cut back in field straight through 2 tackles, although he's brought to ground, not held. Samoa looking to use the numbers here. Scanlon cut back with the scissors. This is really good movement from Samoa. They just need to get going forwards now. Oh, there's a juggle of the ball there. Good tackle from Currie. They're on their own 10. They need to start moving out. Scanlon all the way back. He's bringing the ball back in the midfield. He makes a break, and then it's tackled by Rocolesio. Samoa have numbers here. If you can get the offload, he's got it. And it will be... Oh, has he got the pace to get away? He does. And Samoa will get a try. Tui Sione scores a try, pretty much under the sticks. And that was a lot of... I tell you what, there's a lot of movement and a lot of passes that got them to that try. Really well worked there by Samoa. Really, really well worked there by Samoa. So, 12 points, plays 7 with just under 3 minutes left to go. That try possession included from the restart included 20 passes, 5 phases, 2 defenders beaten, and 1 offload. So very good there from a. So Masafal is on the field. I think he's 19. Young guy. Two minutes 45 left to go. And Samoa are now right back. A really good restart from Samoa. But New Zealand do take it well. And then they knock it on. Samoa have it. Lots of changes been made here. I don't know who's on and who's not. Samoa looking to use the width. Step back in field. An offload. Oh, and it's the try scorer who's got on the outfield. He does have to cut back in field. Beats one. Gets the ball out the back. Samoa really using all of the width that they've got. So it's Ina. Is he going to take on the line? No, he's going to scissors or switch. Knock on there in the ruck from New Zealand, so it'll be a scrum advantage. They're up to the 22. Not a good pass from Letafia. Letafia going to the right this time. Beats one, and it's a great cover tackle, but he can't. And it's the new man. It's the new man in. I can't remember his name. Masafau, I think. the teenager who scores in the corner and levels the score. Kick to come with just over a minute left in this game. Massive foul, and I think that might be his. I don't think he's on debut, but he's very young. He's like 19. And this conversion is a difficult one, but it's a very important one. Otherwise, we might see extra time. And the conversion is just missed, like so close. And there will be sudden death if no more points are scored. Could we see a drop goal? Since Sydney last year, both teams have won 3 times when playing each other. So it's 3-3 in the last 6 games. Samoa with the kickoff. 20 seconds left. Who is going to break this game open, or are we going to go to extra time? They've missed it. The lifters have missed it for New Zealand, and Samoa have claimed it. It's a loose pass, and it's a knock-on. There will be a scrum. There is time to have the scrum. So the new rules, just in case you don't know, there are no draws. Golden point, extra time for all matches. Plus 3 points for a win, 1 for a loss within 7. And you can just see everyone supporting Samoa in this game. All the South Africans in the crowd, all of them are supporting Samoa. Of course, the old rivalry. So New Zealand do win their own scrum ball, and they've all swept to the right-hand side of the field. Really, really quick and hard run there. Samoa looking a little bit depleted of numbers. New Zealand could go in here. There's a step in field. Molia's done so well there. He's brought play up to the 22. New Zealand attack, threatening really hard here. Offload out the back. Very loose pass there. Garvey Black had to. Samoa have done. They've knocked it on. And that's it. There will be extra time after all. So now the question is, who's going to kick off in this in extra time? 12 points all in a lung-busting game, I'll tell you that much. And they are absolutely buggered. They are sweating profusely. But I don't know who's going to win this one. I'd put my money on New Zealand. They look a little bit fitter, but the thing is, it could be anything. Okay, so it looks like Samoa will play left to right, and New Zealand will kick off. Yep. So Samoa left to right. New Zealand will kick off. This is going to be a hell of a last play, because this could go on and on and on until the point is scored. This could take ages. What do we think, guys? What are we thinking? Who is going to win this extra time playoff? $15 of you watching at the moment. Who do we think is going to win? Locked at 12 points all. First team to score. Golden point, first extra time game for both of these teams. this season. Who do you think is going to come away from this extra time with the golden point, and therefore win the 3 points? Chuck it in the chat. Let's see which one of you can get it correctly. Cook Savage with a restart. And he has quads the size of a tree. Samoa do take it cleanly. A lot of dancing around here before he finally goes into contact. And it's a very solid contact from New Zealand. New Zealand look to get the turnover, but give away the penalty. New Zealand have conceded the last 4 penalties in this game. So Samoa will have to put into the scrum here. New Zealand have actually... No, they're going to reset this scrum. It looked like New Zealand had pushed them off of it. So, and I tell you what, New Zealand have pushed them off their own ball. There's a penalty for just completely losing that, or rather, pulling out of the contest. So there's a penalty to New Zealand, and this is a very good opportunity. They're going to go for a line out. Oh, this is interesting. New Zealand kick to the corner. It's an all right kick. It's not the best, but they're inside Samoa's 22 now. New Zealand throw to the back. Oh, it's an awful offload at the back of the ruck. Line out. But they do have possession, so at least they've retained possession. New Zealand go to the right. Malia. Dixon. Heavy tackle on Dixon. Cook Savage flings it out wide. Oh, and they've got an overlap here. They just need to play quickly. No, they have to come back. They are losing ground, but they will find a hole eventually if they carry it on. Almost on the outside. Oh, almost pushed out. New Zealand using the full width of the field here. They're up to the 10 and over. Big hit from Scanlon. Oh, and there's an overlap here. But they didn't. Oh, and Cook Savage has got it back. Up to the 22. Knock on there. And there's another scrum. Oh my god, this game just doesn't end. A lot of big hits going in there. Yeah, definite knock on. Time's called off. I think there might be an injury. Come on, Samoa. Come on, Samoa. I really want Samoa to win this game. Carries 41 for Samoa to 22 of New Zealand. Passes 75 to 49. Offloads 8 to 5. Bear in mind, the number I say first is Samoa. Handling errors 6 to 3. Not a good stat for Samoa. Steals 2 to 1. So that's a good stat for them. Tackles 13. So they'll be more rested than New Zealand on 27. Rucks and mauls 17 to 9. Turnovers conceded 6 to 4. So the scrum is set. Samoa just get their own ball out. And then they kick downfield. And it's now just a foot race. Oh, and the ball has a huge bounce back, and it's straight into a Samoan hand. The ruck, however, he's tackled immediately, so the ruck is set. It's over halfway. Samoa going left. Scanlon. They try to kick through again, and it's... Don't really know what happened there. But it's gone out. So New Zealand will have the line out off some rather interesting play. 30 seconds left in this first half of extra time. I don't know what happens after you go through two halves of golden point extra time. I suppose you just keep going? Yeah, you literally keep going until someone wins. New Zealand scrum, line up. I think they're going to go for a medium lineup. New Zealand do maintain possession. They're going to use width here. Yep, they're using their width. Oh, and they've got a great little run here. Scanlon stepped on the inside, and it will be a try to New Zealand. And that's got to hurt. And that is the end of the game. New Zealand steal it in extra time. 17 points to 12. I didn't see who scored, but that is the result. Finally the game's over. 17 points to 12. And what a tussle we had in that game. And look, the try assist is once again... So he's had a try and 2 try assists in this game. He's had a hand in every single try New Zealand scored in this game. So definitely man of the match performance from him. Don't forget, Fiji versus France next. Catch us on there in a couple of minutes. We'll see you soon, guys.